Baby, Anthony Edwards said, "Fin monthly payments, give me the total." He basically saying, I'm not finna finance nothing, including them kids. How much is it? You not finna drag me back to court every time you want to increase running up my attorney's fees. How much is all 216 payments? And come to find out, the baby mama is like 38 years old. Anthony is like 23. Girl, you knew exactly what you was doing. But he hit you with that plot twist and was like, I don't want nothing to do with you or that baby. I give you all the money up front. You better budget wisely over the next 18 years. You wanted a check, I'll write you a check, but it's the only one you gonna get. Ladies, y'all better quit trying to trap these YNs. They don't give a damn. They not gonna beat around the bush with you. They'll just flat out tell you, I don't want that damn baby. Now, I do feel bad for that baby though, because the baby ain't did nothing to nobody. But ladies, y'all gotta stop trying to tie these young men down with responsibilities that they don't want, because they not gonna take them. And then you already know she was on some I'm gonna trap his ass type of shit. Because right before she had that baby, she moved to California. Anthony filed his case in Georgia. California has stricter child support laws than Georgia does. She was trying to get more money, but that shit backfired on her ass. Because Anthony said she moved to California for the sole purpose of trying to get more child support. And the judge agreed with him and sent that case back to Georgia. She tried to manipulate the system, and Anthony said, I can't be manipulated. Girl, just go and take your check and leave that man the hell alone.
Luke Goodbreads, and welcome to the Mr.Goodbread reaction channel, where we learn how not to be a dummy from some well-paid dummies. We watch, study, and follow these stars, entertainers, and athletes, so we know how the broke people in our community is going to behave. Now today, we got Ayesha Howard. That's the baby mother, one of the baby mothers to Anthony Edwards. She responds to the rumors that Anthony Edwards only paid her $1 million upfront in child support. Now, I say only, but we already know $300,000 to raise a child in America. $300,000 to raise a child from 0 to 18. But in any event, she responded, guys.
Say hey, mommy! Hey, guys. So let this count as a wellness check and the dead of fake news. I get so many messages from you girls that are like, Ayesha, we're just making sure your mental health is okay because of all of the nasty, nasty comments. And it's like, guys, I don't pay attention to it.
Understand, Edwards is also the father of a daughter named Iceland, who he welcomed in March 2024 with his girlfriend Shannon. Now, Ayesha Howard is reportedly throwing water on a rumor that NBA star Anthony Edwards paid the entirety of his child support payment up front. The rumor began on March 31st when a user on X claimed that Edwards, 23, requested to pay the whole 18 years of child support up front to Howard. The post quickly went viral, and on April 2nd, another user claimed that the Timberwolves All-Star confidently paid $1,080,000 in child support all at once in another post on X. But Howard, who Instagram bio says she's a CEO, brand ambassador, and musical artist. Which one of them don't say that? Which one of their bios don't say that? Has reportedly denied the rumors in an exclusive statement to the Shade Room on April 2nd. There are no documents, court documents, motions, or proceedings that have occurred, nor have I been offered or agreed to such terms, Howard told the Shade Room, according to the outlet. The website reported that Howard has also posted on Instagram story suggesting the story was untrue. Where do these lies be coming from? She reportedly wrote on her story. She also posted a graphic that read, you ever heard a rumor about yourself and actually wanted to hear more? Like, no way. What did I do next? Amid the chatter, Edwards has not yet commented on the situation. People has contacted representative of Edwards for comments along with contacting Howard. On November 14th, Howard shared the photo of her baby on social media and announced her daughter named Aubrey Summers. You are officially 1 month old. Today makes 30 beautiful sleepless nights in a lifetime to go, Howard wrote in the caption. Edwards is also a father to daughter named Iceland, who he shares with his current girlfriend Shannon. The couple welcomed Iceland in March 2024. Shannon also shared one son, Crew, with rapper Chief Keef. The status of the couple's relationship amid the rumors of another child with Howard remains unknown. In August, Shannon traveled to Paris to support Edwards in the Paris Olympics as he won gold with LeBron James and Team USA. She shared multiple photos on Instagram from the stands during the game. In December 2023, Paige Jordan claimed that Edwards impregnated her and then pressured her into having an AB, according to multiple outlets, including Fox Sports and the New York Post. In response to a photo Jordan apparently sent of a positive pregnancy test and information about an upcoming doctor visit, Edwards allegedly wrote, "Hell nah, I can't do this," and "get an AB, LOL," in his text message to the aspiring Instagram model. Edwards allegedly told her, "Man, you can't force a kid in the world." Screenshots showed that Edwards allegedly offered Jordan $100,000 to get the AB and then pressured her into sending him a video of herself taking the pill for proof. "You got the money now," Edwards apparently wrote in a text asking her what's the holdup was in sending the request video. The claim quickly made the rounds on social media, and Edwards addressed the allegations in a statement on X. "I made comments in the heat of a moment that are not me and that are not aligned with what I believe and who I want to be as a man." Edwards began in his statement, "All women should be supported and empowered to make their own decisions about their bodies and what is best for them." He continued, "The Timberwolves star said he will be handling my personal matters privately, and I will not be commenting on them any further at this time." So it looks like that was just a rumor that got around. But guys, in any event, it got the internet going crazy. Everybody is trying to come down on this boy, and I don't know why. This is a man's right here. A man have a right to exercise his options the same way a woman have a right to exercise her options. And I tell you, sisters, I tell you, young ladies, now y'all out here looking stupid. Now y'all want to try to shame this man into doing something that he don't want to do. You see, he's exercising his options. He didn't want to have the baby with the girl, but his responsibility is to get that baby a couple of dollars. And that's why I tell you, young ladies, men and women are not equally held responsible for unplanned pregnancy or for bringing babies into this world, period. The government, your zaddy, they don't hold us accountable the same. You see? What I want you ladies, right? Maybe this will help you ladies, right? Maybe this will help you ladies. I want you to get a piece of paper, right? And I want you to put a line down the middle of the paper. And on one side, I want you to put all of the things that change in your life as a woman the minute you have a baby, right? List all of those things. And then on the other side, right, I want you to list every single thing that changed in your baby daddy. Every single thing that changed for your baby daddy. And then when you see which side outweighs the other, that's the side that's more important. That's the side that is more responsible for unplanned, unprotected, you know what. You see how that works? But they don't teach y'all that, because the people that's teaching y'all how to be responsible for your private parts, they done made big mistakes with their private parts. And to cover it up, to keep y'all in a delusion, they'll tell y'all some foolishness like it's the man's responsibility for something that's on you. Sis, it's not the man's responsibility for something that's on you. And y'all know that. y'all know that. Y'all get mega incentives to keeping these babies. And that's why y'all keep these babies. Half of y'all were not responsible for anything until you had this baby. You went from your mama couch right into this man's pocket. When did you ever take the time to do for yourself? And that be the problem with these pregnancies nowadays. But Anthony Edwards is doing the right thing as a
rumor that NBA star Anthony Edwards told a judge that he wanted to pay 18 years of child support up front because he didn't want to have nothing to do with his baby mama or their child. This is 38-year-old Ayesha Howard, a brand ambassador who gave birth to a daughter named Aubrey in October of 2024. And this is Anthony Edwards. He plays ball for the Minnesota Wolves. And apparently and allegedly, he got 3 different women pregnant last year. He met Ayesha in Georgia. And after he got her pregnant, she sent him a text message letting him know that he was going to be a father. He immediately told her to have an abortion. And she said she didn't want to do it because she had just had an abortion 2 years ago and she regretted it. So he told her that child gonna be fatherless, and then he blocked her on every social media platform to let her know he was serious. He did not want a child with her. So she went through the entire pregnancy alone, and right before she gave birth, she moved to California and had the baby named Aubrey in a California hospital. As soon as she gave birth, she filed a paternity lawsuit in California asking for Anthony to be added to the birth certificate and for him to reimburse her for all of the costs associated with her pregnancy and to establish child support to support her and the child for the duration of the child's childhood. After he took a DNA test and Anthony was the father, he said, "That's okay, I'm the father, but I don't want visitation rights or custody." She can have her. The only thing Anthony asked for was for child support to be determined in Georgia because he believed Ayesha moved to California so that she can get a bigger child support payment out of him.
I remember that.
So he filed a separate paternity lawsuit in Georgia and waited.
He is doing the right thing. So y'all could try to shame him if you want, but it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. And we all know that even if he did pay $1 million up front, that would be more than enough to take care of his responsibilities. And he took care of his responsibilities.
Explained last night in my book club. Still same scenario with this young girl, right? If it were my daughter. First things first, I feel like all young girls should understand. The reason why we're more responsible for unprotected sex and a child being born is because simply by nature, we're the ones affected the most. Before we get into raising the child or what type of household it's going to be in, before we get triggered by Love Dorsey's post on the facts about our community with single mothering, just on the idea that I peed on a stick and I am now pregnant after me and this man had unprotected sex, right? Let me give you young girls some facts. This is what I would tell the young lady in this scenario. Your body, your hormones, your life, you being able to earn money or not earn money, how people are going to look at you on the job, whether they replace you or not in your career, whether you able to continue to thrive in your bid. All of this is going to be affected by you just cooking the baby in your stomach. What's not going to be affected is the nigga in any way, shape, or form by any of this stuff. There are men that have birthed many of children and it did not affect them psychologically, mentally, emotionally, physically, and this is just science. So if you have a problem with these facts, go ask your fucking creator why it's like that. Everything about what we are as women are affected the most. So if you sit me down at a table with a man and you say, "Love, you and him are equally responsible and equally, need to put in the front of y'all mind the consequences of fucking raw," I'm gonna tell you, no the fuck we don't. I need to be thinking about this shit more than him because my stomach gonna get big. My titties gonna go up and down from breastfeeding. My hips gonna spread. My nose gonna get wide. My skin might change for the better or the worse. My job might start looking at me like, should they replace me? How long of a maternity leave am I gonna take? My life is gonna be affected. The bread I'm trying to get and the goals, 100%, my shit gonna be touched by this shit. His shit is not. So I would never let a bitch try to tell me, "Oh, he's equally responsible for what you about to motherfucking go through." Smart women understand this. I'm going to be more accountable for who the fuck I let go up in me raw because this shit is going to affect me way more than him out the gate. This is before we even talk about a relationship. Before we even talk about how the child going to be raised.
See, and this is the biggest reason why I tell you guys, get your money up. Get your money up. They don't like men that got their money up now. Because when you get your money up, you can't be controlled with the ways of the world. Now they got this man writing reports talking about she should have. And man, listen, you did the right thing, bruh. You did the right thing. Now stop running the social media. Now that's the only thing with you young people. Y'all run the social media for everything. Social media is not going to help you. All right? Now, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation. I got time today, so let's take it to the comment section. But definitely, I had to touch on this topic because this was a good one. And the more men are waking up, more men are understanding what's going on with this world. So you could be looking to see more stories like this. More stories is going to come about like this. I told you guys, I told you ladies for the last time, all the government forces the man to do is throw y'all a couple of dollars. So it is in y'all best interest to protect your fish hole, all right? Now, unless you want to have a baby because you want your own crib and you want to get off your mama house, then I advise you to require that the man use protection or you take birth control. You see how simple it is? But again, y'all incentivized to be stupid. So continue. All right, y'all. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly, and I'll see you guys later.